Whoops. Hey everybody, this is the Hallowed season and Witches Years reading for the sign of Cancer. So I will be going through general readings and love readings for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign. This is in celebration of the opening of my YouTube channel, Bohemian Stars and Ocean Heart Readings, where I will be doing monthly and mid-monthly readings for each of the zodiac signs there. So please go ahead and subscribe on YouTube. I'm still getting it all set up and everything, photos, stuff. And these videos will be available on that channel after I figure out how to switch them over. So please go ahead and comment and like, and let's start your reading because the cards are popping. So for the sign of Cancer, this is the general portion for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign, if it is in your chart, or if you're cross-watching for someone else you know. Okay, there are people everywhere, Cancer. What is going on? Your subconscious energy is the Three of Wands, so looking for excitement, travel, really wanting to call in your soul group, your friend group, and really have your ships coming in from things that you have been working on. But I'm seeing it looks like a little passport here, so some of you might really be thinking about traveling, even though that can be scary for some Cancers and you're like, no, I'd rather stay home. Some of you are getting a little adventurous, so be interesting to see what comes up. Now, I am seeing tons of people everywhere. I know we are getting into the holiday seasons, and definitely family is very close to Cancer, and I am feeling that. I'm also feeling friends that are like family. Definitely there could be some young people or children that are very important to you. I'm seeing within that, though, that there's some things that you need to put to rest, Cancer. There's some things that have been going on that take you kind of pulling aside. There's a little bit of independence that you're wanting to have here with the Nine of Pentacles. So really wanting to maybe conserve your finances a bit to yourself, or just have a bit more say, or feel a bit more confident when you say yes or no to things. So I'm seeing this here with the Two of Wands, which is the card of your own free will and you making your decisions. And I feel like that is just and right at this time. So the Justice card is here. So it could be with your partner that this is happening. It could be when it comes to well, you have pretty much every sign except for earth signs here that are available, but there is the need I'm getting for Cancer to put their foot down a little bit more through this next cycle when it comes to how you spend your finances and what is okay for your life as far as your comforts and what you're doing, like what you've earned, you know, the things that are yours. It's okay to have some things that are yours, as much as you also honor your partnerships. Let's see. There might be some kind of ending that goes on, or just a break. It might just be like a break, like maybe you just need to mute the conversation when it comes to some air signs around you. So this could be an Aquarius friend, or this could be a Libra friend for you, Cancer. But I think that you might need a little break. It's like you really love this person, you really do, and it's a good partnership, but sometimes it's just getting too much. And it could be communication in general for you. You might really go through the phase, particularly in the next month and just over the next year, where you don't really feel like having like so much communication going all of the time. Hi. Thank you. Yeah, so allow yourself to have that space that you need. Now, I definitely see fire and water signs being very close to you. I'm seeing the King of Cups. So I'm definitely seeing, for those of you, we're not into the love portion yet of your reading, but I'm definitely seeing a lot of options for Cancers. So for those of you who have been, you know, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Cancer, who have been looking for options, I feel like a good portion of you are in committed relationships. But for those of you who are looking for options elsewhere, options, ready to shoot, ready to come out of the single life here with the Nine of Pentacles, I definitely see that happening. I see you can go both routes, where you can go to the comfortable kind of friend where, you know, where you don't have to have too much emotional involvement, or if you want to be a true water sign, as Cancer is, we do have the King of Cups coming up, which is definitely close emotional connection with others. So I feel like it's a time where you're working a little bit, trying to get your mind and your heart synchronized on things, but it's not going to be too bad. I see these beautiful butterflies coming up here on the Justice card. You're going to get both wings working simultaneously. Now, there could be children that are very important. One of them very fiery, one of them very watery. These could be children within your family. Maybe you're watching this for a child who has Sun, Moon, or Rising in Cancer. Single Libra here. Well, you're showing up in Cancer's readings, Libra. Yes. So there could be children that are dominant in your life. And I feel like things with them are great. I feel like if you need to pull away and have a little travel or adventure time away from them, that the kids will be okay, Cancer. I know that some of you are very worried about that, with the children and with the babies. You also might need to take a break from people who are a little bit either younger than you or a little bit childish. When it comes down to things, and that's okay. I feel like you love them dearly, but I am seeing Cancer needing to pull away, be a bit more adventurous yourself, and kind of find your own legs. You might even create your own space within your relationships for those of you who are already in committed partnership. Excuse me, I'm coughing because I'm laughing. That's because I'm feeling like some of you are just like, oh my gosh, my partner is like my child. Like I'm married, like I feel like I'm married to a child, like my own child. So I do see, but it's all in good fun. It's like you love them to death, but it's just different things that you're working out with the people in your life. So let's go ahead and see the general energy and reading for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the oracles here. We'll go ahead and pull a few over this Hallows season and throughout this next year here for the witching year. All right. Yes, so it's just space. It's like you're going to be surrounded by loved ones. You really are, Cancer. You don't have to fear that by having a little bit more autonomy that you're going to lose any of the people that you love. But I can see that you're regretting it already before it happens. So we have the Vampire card with emotional intelligence. So this is a card that's really saying, like, look at how your emotional boundaries are with relationships with others. You definitely, as a water sign or as a person who has water sign, who has Cancer in your chart, are very emotionally connected to others, and you pick up on others' emotional cues very, very deeply and very subtly. And so this is asking that you really see how your emotional boundaries with your friends and family are. I feel like for some of them, you just want to pull back a little bit, and that's okay to do. You're encouraged to pull back. If you are now, Cancer can also smother too. So with these young ones here, particularly if you have a young one who is very fiery here, there could be a little bit of smother love that wants to go on sometimes. So it's saying it's okay to pull away. Don't worry if you have if you're Cancer or you have these babies, or if your child's a Cancer and you're watching this, it is okay to pull back and have emotional boundaries. Now, I can see some fear of the future here, not really knowing what's beyond, and maybe even being a little afraid to look too far into it. And because mostly, and this is something the sign of Cancer deals with, is looking at the past and having regrets. So you're really encouraged, Cancer, to allow yourself to have separation and emotional boundaries with the past. Now, don't let the past come forward into your life anymore. That's a big thing that you're working through this next cycle here. All right. So now let's go ahead and get into the love reading for those of you who are Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, or for those of you who are watching because you're interested in a Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign. So, love messages this Hallows season and through the witches year for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Love messages for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising for this Hallows season and throughout the witches year. Ooh, look at there. Got the Lover's first card down. All right. Let's see what else is going on though, okay? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay. Subconscious energy is the Seven of Wands. So Cancer is wanting to win. You came to win when it comes to romantic relationships. You are not playing. You're like, bam, that's what I want. Straight out the gate, I want this loving partner. It better be romantic. You have the Moon card there. You're like, Cancer's ruled by the Moon. You're like, I want this, intense romantic relationship. Some of you might be going ahead to date other Cancers, actually. Now, I also see some Aries and some Libra around. So we have Libra, here you go. You could show it up again in Aries reading. But I see here really needing to break from the past. So we talked about that emotional dependency on the past, Cancer. And this is showing like really, really needing to break away from exes. Whoever this ex is that you have, Cancer, this is not reunion with them at all, actually. This is staying away from the exes. Really, it's like there was a lot of trauma that went on there with your exes. There could have been cheating for some of you, or just lying and deceit, and some trauma, some of this emotional hang up that you have, and these emotional worries that you have, and themes that come up in your relationship are because of this ex. So it's really saying do not go back to the ex. This is for for a new relationship. Especially if your ex was an earth sign or an air sign. So if your ex was a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or if your ex was a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, we're just not wanting to go back to those. And it's like, if they get back in touch, the intent is just going to be more, going in circles, more fighting, bickering, blah, 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 blah. Just not good. And it's going to really disturb your emotional health and everything that you've been working on. Like, this is that person, like, that can come back and just take you to ground zero after you've gotten far. And even if, you are in your current partnership where you're, having love and romance and beautiful things, or you're getting close to that and you're working on that. For those of you who are single, it's coming quickly. But like, this partner will take you back like immediately and just take you back to that place where you feel like, wait, I'm that person who's cheated on, I'm that person who's hurt, I'm that person who's lied to, and really taking you to a negative place. So it is good to have strong defenses with this person. For those of you who have been going through relationships of that nature, you might finally reach your point where you're like, no, I'm done, like Queen of Swords, and really decide to go and take protective measures of yourself. And you might just decide to low-key just pull your resources and things away from this person and no longer suffer suffer this fighting and this bickering, and move on to have that loving relationship possibility in the future. Okay, so let's pull some oracles for the Sun, Moon, Rising sign of Cancer. All right. All right. So we got natural, authentic, real, organic. So no forcing relationships at this time, Cancer, excuse me. This is really a time where, this is like your first go-to is just romance and beauty and love. So stay with that energy. If you're moving forward in relationships, I feel like a committed partner is coming very soon. Again, could be another water sign, could be a Pisces or a Gemini. It could also be a Cancer. So this is, saying stay natural, stay with that natural, loving, nurturing side that you have for just the way you present yourself to others. And here we have that. It says naturally you have faith, trust, unwavering confidence. So this is like that commitment. That's your natural go-to people that have, Cancer in their chart. So allow yourself to go there. Now I see that it's bringing up jealousy, envy, punishment, and changing course. And I think this is talking about those exes. Or if you are trying to leave a toxic, abusive relationship, don't let jealousy be what hangs you up and takes you back into that relationship and keeps you in that place. Because again, you have beautiful energy of commitment, of love. Like, you really want to give your heart to someone. You really are ready. So for those of you who are in that type of partnership, protect it and save it. For those of you who are with good partners, and make sure that you really address any third parties trying to come in, and don't you don't have to worry if you've been wondering and being nostalgic about an ex. It's good they're in the past. And for those of you who have been entertaining dating an ex again, it's a big no. It's definitely a big no. And saying, don't get caught up in feeling jealous or worried or like, should I have been with them? Should I go with them? Or anything of that nature. And for those of you who are in the toxic relationships, it really is encouraging you to leave. And it might happen whether you are allowing it to happen of your free will or not. It looks like if you are in an abusive relationship, that will be ending soon. So you really want to kind of get your ducks in a row ahead of time, get your finances in order and things, and leave in a safe way. Okay? So now we're going to go ahead and see, that was your love portion, just see what you need to release this hallowed season for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. What do they need to release this hallowed season? What does the sign of Cancer need to release? This is the Deviant Moon Tarot. Sun, Moon, and Rising for Cancer. You can go ahead and message my page if you would like to have a personal tarot or astrology reading. So what does the sign of Cancer need to release? Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign. Here we go. All right. A lot of signs giving similar cards here. All right. So there's the need to release of what other people think about your success. For some of you, there's an actual earth sign person that you need to release, a Taurus, Cancer, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Definitely could be a Capricorn. But for some of you, it is... I really feel like the fear of what others say. So we have the Three of Pentacles with the Four of Wands. So maybe you've been keeping up with the Joneses a bit, or feeling like I have to have this, traditional way of living or lifestyle or partner, and that's the way it has to be. You had a lot of people in your general reading that you're trying to keep happy. So you might have like, oh, I have to date this way, or the wedding has to be this way, the home has to be this way, if I do art, it has to be this way, and just a lot of acceptance that you're trying to cultivate here. And so it's asking you to release that, to not live in fear. The Queen of Pentacles is reversed for your subconscious of what you need to release. So you've been in a place where you're really feeling like you don't have all of the power, that what you plan for your career and your life and your home, and again, art, for some of you, your craftsmanship, that it isn't the right thing, that it's not good enough, things of that nature. And so release that fear, release, those toxic connections. Remember your card that you had about emotional boundaries, and making sure that you're around people who are supportive and that neither of you are draining the other, because these are beautiful, happy cards. You want to have success, but release the fear of success, release that pressure of success that is keeping you from enjoying it and actually like achieving it and feeling successful. Okay, so that has been your reading, Cancer. Please go ahead and check out the page on YouTube, and everyone stay tuned. I will be doing the sign of Leo next in a moment here.